I'm back with another video. This time I have a 2021 Tesla Model 3 that I bought used at the auction from Hertz Rent-A-Car. It's got some dings here and there. Overall, it's a nice car. It runs great. It has no mechanical issues. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a lot of things that I don't like. 45 degree right here on the floor, and my heel on my toe kind of feels stuck there on the brake pedal and the gas. So that's a downer. Most people may not care about that, but because the battery is there, it does have that 45 degree angle. To me, I don't like that. It does have a lot of options that other cars don't have. Like you can open the trunk from there. You can open the front trunk, which is called the frunk. I thought they misspelled that. That high-powered battery, besides that main battery, it has a 12-volt battery here. If the 12-volt battery dies, you know, you've had a car where you wake up in the morning and the 12-volt battery is dead. Well, it happens to this one too, but when it happens to this one, you can't open the doors because the doors are electric. The trunk, they can't even open their charging door there. They all have a glass here. It's a glass roof and a glass roof all the way back here, right? And this is a headliner that I bought at Amazon, very cheap, for under 40 bucks. And it keeps the car cooler. But without this, imagine in South Florida coming out to your car at noon. I Uber part-time. I get a lot of compliments on the car. Oh, nice car. Most people have never been on a Tesla that take an Uber. They don't know how to open the door. To open the door, you press the button. It's electric, and you put like 8 or 10 different, all these kinds of farts. And the car farts outside too. It has this Santa Claus mode where you start driving. It has this is the key. This is my key because my phone, the Bluetooth, I wouldn't be able to use. It has it's got to be in park, get cozy. Now, on the AC turns off. The AC turns off, and I guess I'm supposed to be smelling like burnt wood. And you hear the crinkling on of the wood burning. Yeah, I feel the heat. And maybe it smells like burnt wood. So this is at nighttime, if you want to have a glass of wine, and get cozy. It has a whole bunch of other things. It does ping when the green light comes on. It gives you a little ping there to let you know the light turned. And it does have the enhanced autopilot right there. It's like a cruise control, and it stays in its own lane. But every couple minutes it'll tell you to touch the wheel. See, I'm touching the wheel, and it still gives you the sign. So I turn it off. You see, pay attention to the road. Look at that. Even with the hand on the wheel, pay attention to the road. You see that? So anyway, it kind of sucks because of that. It kind of tells you to pay attention to the road every 2 minutes, and you got to be touching the wheel or touching the switch on the steering or something. But it does, there's a magnet that they sell for about 20 bucks on Amazon, and you put it on here, and that pay attention to the wheel never comes on again. supposedly. But I mean, that's pretty good. If you want to take that off and you put the cruise control on, there's the cruise control. Both with the with this guy, that guy right there, you see it's turning by itself. But again, pay attention to the wheel every freaking 2 minutes. So it does drive by itself. Full self-driving, but I'm not paying it used to be $199 a month. Now it's $99 a month. They gave it to me for 30 days, and the 30 days expired, and I'm not going to be paying $99 a month. It's not useful here in the city with all the construction and everything going on. I don't think it's worth it. It has internet on here, and it's like $9 a month for the internet. I don't think it's worth it either, because in the 30 days that I had it for free, I never used it, so I'm not going to pay for it here. I'm not going to put my brakes on, but there it is by itself. It brakes pretty harsh sometimes, but there it braked by itself, and now it'll take off by itself as long as it has a car in front of you. If you don't have the full self-driving, as long as you have a car in front of you, it'll drive by itself anywhere. It won't make any turns like the full self-driving, but and it won't stop at a red light like the full self-driving. And right here, full self-driving would stop at the stop sign. I gotta stop myself. On this car, you don't use the brakes very much. I did use the brakes right there, but in reality, 99% of the time, I don't use the brakes. It has different ways that you can set it up on here. And you just let go of the gas. And it'll brake if the cruise control's not on. But here's the self-driving thing again. Oh, yeah, there you go. Getting off the road, I guess, you know, you can set it to all that there. They're self-driving now. Uh-oh, you see that? Sometimes it's when it's self-driving, it goes way to the left of the lane, and you have oncoming cars. It's a little iffy there. There, it's giving me a warning to apply pressure to the steering wheel or touch the steering wheel. See, I'm going to turn here. When you turn, it does show you the camera towards the back. Once you put your foot on the brake lightly, it'll take off the cruise control. Here I'm going to make a turn. So right here on this stop sign, for example, I'm not going to use the brakes at all. I just let go of the gas and it'll brake on its own. Right there, I didn't use the brakes and it braked on its own. A little past the stop sign because I was going a little fast, but it does stop on its own. And it supposedly regenerates the battery, which helps the battery. But the battery is the big downer on this car is the battery and the miles. Right there, it says I have 72% battery, right? I click on it. It tells me 146 miles I can drive. You would think that you could go somewhere that's 140 miles away without charging, right? Well, because of the AC, the radio, the headlights, the wipers, the miles go down a lot faster than your odometer goes up. So when your odometer says you have driven 120 miles, you may have 1 mile left on there. Or 110, you may have 5 miles. You would think if you drive 110 and it says 146, you would have 36 miles left, right? No, you may not make it to 110 miles. And the battery being an older car, it eats it up more than if it was a brand new car. But there's this one, when it was brand new, it supposedly the battery would go 240 miles range on a full charge. That's a lie. But anyway, that's what it's supposed to. But now, since it's got over 100,000 miles, if I charge it to 100%, this is another thing. Tesla recommends don't charge it to 100%. So if I charge it to 80%, they recommend charge it to 80%. If I charge it to 80%, I would have like 160 miles.